On the FB?
On
No,
YouTube.
on YouTube, and then I will share it
Gotcha.
to the FB and monitor it on the,
On the Book of Faces.
Send me the link when you get it live on the tube.
It's live.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a way to mute it. That way I'm... Now back to Zoom. Okay.
Okay.
Now that we were that far. Oh my God.
There we are. I found it.
Now back to... What is up, everybody? Give us just a couple moments. Normally, Andrew handles all this tech stuff that we really don't know a thing about.
Damn it, Andrew. Where are you?
So, uno momento. Because I believe Andrew taught me so many tricks. I just got to remember them. But either way, we are live on the YouTube. And we have 2 people watching. So hello, everybody.
Hey.
Why don't you gents introduce yourselves?
Well, hi, it's me, Ryan Stacy, writer and director and producer here and co-founder of Concept Media with Shawn. So what's up? Thanks for joining us tonight.
Sorry, I'm sharing. Hi, it's me, TJ, Travis, whatever you want to call me. Camera op and cinematographer at Concept Media Films.
Sometimes call him Boo Bear.
And yes, and resident Boo Bear of CM.
Whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop. Shut up,
And I'm Shawn Burkett. I'm a guy that does things at Concept Media along with these guys. So for those of you who don't know, like I said, this is the first time that we've had to do one of these live videos without the help and just amazingness of a Concept Media counterpart, Andrew Moore. So bear with us just a tiny bit. But we are currently crowdfunding. And yeah, that's why we're here. That's why we're doing this. Because we want to talk about the crowdfunder as well as things that we are gearing up to do that may interest you.
Yes, 2021 is gearing up to be a very, very busy year for this company. Everybody's got their hands in all the pies, right, TJ?
Yes, we do. It is going to be a really busy year as soon as we're able to actually do some shit.
Well, I mean, it's happening sooner than you think. I mean, next month.
Yeah, I know. I know. I mean, it seems like I'm just anxious. I'm just anxious to get back into it because it's been so long since we've been able to do anything, you know.
It does feel like it's been forever. What was it? September?
Yeah.
Or no, it was October. It was October.
For what are you talking about?
I mean, the last time that we filmed anything.
Yeah. September, October. Was it October?
Because the weekend of October 9th was when we wrapped up Don't Fuck in the Woods 2.
Yeah, you're right. So yeah, I'm just anxious. I'm excited to get back into it. I feel like I don't know. It just sucks.
If my face actually completely covered Brittany's face in my background, I would look like the poster for Firestarter Rekindled. I just keep looking at that.
I'm missing something. I know that there's a way to share this actual live feed to Facebook.
See, I just copied the link and shared it because I don't know. I'm illiterate when it comes to this shit. I know how to copy and paste. That's what I know how to do.
I'm terrible. I left all my other devices that I can do all this stuff with out in that other room. So
I'm trying to figure it out. So you guys buy us time, Wayne and Garth.
Just click the link and go to YouTube if we can't figure it out.
I mean, that would be the easiest.
Wait, speaking of Wayne and Garth, didn't Mike Myers and Dana Carvey just do there was a commercial for something where they were Wayne
Uber
and
Eats.
Garth. What was it?
Uber Eats.
Yeah. That's what I think it was. Uber Eats. Yeah. I saw that the other day and I was like, what? No way. That's awesome.
I think they
Cardi
did
B
it
in that.
Yeah, they did it with Cardi B.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I forgot that stupid ass was in it. I don't like Cardi B. I'm not big on Cardi B.
I bet you'd like her if she wore clown makeup.
She doesn't?
Yeah, she looks like, she's got 12 inches of makeup on her face all the time. She is wearing clown makeup, and I still don't like her.
Okay.
Hopefully Caitlin's not watching because she loves Cardi B.
I like Cardi B, and you're sitting here slamming her.
Well,
But
I slam her in front of Caitlin too. So
I didn't know you guys had an open relationship, but I'm chink. Shawn told us to warm up the crowd.
he did. Be careful with your lips there, Shawn.
Hey, I'm trying to figure out how to
Copy and paste a link.
No. There's apparently. Okay, let's do this. I can get an app called Restream. And it'll do that.
I'm pretty sure that's what Andrew used. I think it costs money though to be able to stream on more than one platform with that though. I think. I could be wrong. I don't know. This is just what Andrew tells me.
DJ, what do you think of the pictures of Kevin? Kevin is the new leopard gecko that lives with us.
Oh, yeah. Okay. You got to be more specific. You can't just throw a name out to me and expect me to know what you're talking about. He's cute. He's a little cutie.
He is adorable.
I have to ask, why did you settle on the name Kevin, though?
Ask Shawn.
It just seems like a strange name for a gecko.
We don't know. I was just looking at him and I was just like, you're totally a Kevin. I mean, our fish, when we had fish, one's name was Phil and the other was Dave.
Phil and Dave and Kevin.
I'm just not one of those people that comes up with like different
creative ass names like Jamie Lee Curtis for your cat.
Is that creative?
fuck yes, that is creative.
Okay, because it's kind of, yeah. That's why I've always called the cat Kitten.
I don't know. Jamie Lee Curtis is pretty clever. I'll give you that.
So I don't know how to do this. Andrew's watching. What a dick.
Andrew, stop watching and talk to us. Tell us how to do this.
Andrew, how do I share this YouTube thing on Facebook? Andrew, come on. Oh, now he's not going to comment. Okay.
What a dick.
But we have 5 people watching.
High five, people.
Is Ryan paused?
I can't tell if he's paused or just sitting really still. I just saw him blink. He's good.
Okay, so to the 4 people watching, hello. As you've probably been watching this for a minute, we're trying to figure out how we can also share this as far as a direct stream to other social medias. Because we thought we knew how.
Don't know how.
Yes, and he's like, well, it should let you give you options. Nope, it gave us YouTube.
What did you use? What did you use to? Are you talking about in Zoom? It only said YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know then. Because I know on OBS when you stream, you can pick. Like, I'm pretty sure you can only do it on one at a time unless you pay for restream, I think. But on OBS, you can pick which platform you want to stream on. So I didn't know if Zoom was the same way or not.
He thought we were going through OBS because I don't know. I have OBS. To where do 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 do. See, it won't let me enter like a server. For like streaming or like a link. Maybe I just need to
Let's see.
add scene 3. You don't have any sources. Well, let me get you a source. Media source. Because I don't want to screen cap. Would it be browser? Can you share the?
Do what?
Sorry, I was reading something Andrew said. Okay, hold on. I think I may have something here. Copy that. This. Okay.
Embed YouTube live stream on Facebook. Oh, maybe I should have done that.
And we want it to go. Okay, start streaming. Could not access the channel key. Please double check stream key. That's what I want. I need a stream key. I just need to know how to get a stream key. Okay, I think I'm finding out.
I wish I could be more helpful.
Okay, this is looking familiar. Sorry, guys. Sorry, everybody. Connecting the video.
Andrew might have a solution. Hold on.
Well, he was telling me to go through Streamlabs. Because I have a stream key.
Oh, wait. F. Come on.
For some reason, it's just showing a black screen, though.
All right, 1 second. I can stream it from, because I have OBS. I can stream it from OBS to my page, and then we can just share it from my page if you want to do that.
How about it? Yeah. That's what I was trying to do. It's just for some reason it's saying it's not working. Like it gives me a black video and it says connecting live video.
God damn it.
Ryan, are you reading? Are you?
Andrew said he can fix it in an hour. Let's you stream straight to YouTube though.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, man, he looks pissed off. But then I like really started to look and I'm like, I think he's reading a book.
I sure am.
So, does anybody have I love the troll comments. I'm not gonna lie.
Come on.
The troll
Radishes.
comments.
Yeah, radishes make me gassy. Just checking to see if you can read this. Sure can, Donnie.
Jesus Christ.
Show can. Radishes make me gassy. So Andrew told me to tell you, TJ, to just stream it through Streamlabs.
That's what I'm trying to do, but I can't get it to. I can't. It keeps wanting to stream to the H&H page. I'm trying to get it to not do that.
So everybody watching.
Everybody watching.
We have at the moment 4 people watching. Does anybody have any questions? We're going to start it off that way. We are celebrating our 10-year anniversary. Are there any questions about any film or anything in this whole wide world of independent film? Or even life advice? I mean, we're pretty good at that too. I mean,
Are we though?
I mean, it depends on the topic of life advice.
Fair.
Like, Aisha really should have came to us and not gotten a mullet.
Who?
Aisha.
We'll try that. I think I got it.
I don't know her.
Right. When is Mr. Buzzkill coming out? Hopefully, we're gonna say this the fall / beginning of 2022. It sounds so weird to say 2022.
It does. It does sound weird.
I know we have perks will be going out at a certain time, but as far as widespread distribution, that's never up to us. Did you get it, TJ?
I think so. I don't know if it's actually streaming to my own page, but I know that it's streaming on the H&H page. Andrew said we could just do it that and then just share it from there, I guess.
There we go. I mean, it's not like Heckles and Horror isn't kind of affiliated with Concept Media.
Yeah,
the way that show opens, goddamn. Like, I feel like we should be paying you guys.
That's another thing about all this stupid COVID stuff and now all the snow and everything. Like, I don't know, we need to get back into H&H. All right, there it goes. Oh, so yeah, I guess it is. Well, yeah. So it is streaming on the H&H Facebook page. So you have to share it from there. God, what a pain in the ass that is. Jesus.
Okay, so now we have to watch both places for comments.
Well, I've got yeah. I mean, you can get on Twitch and look at comments. I've got it up on OBS though, so. The only thing is, I can't see YouTube comments now because I have to have it up. Well, hold on, I might be able to do it. Hold on.
Well, I've got YouTube comments up.
Okay. I'll just open up another window.
Okay.
See, that always scares me. I don't know if you saw that. It always scares me whenever somebody says, ask questions, feel free to ask questions. Then the first question somebody asks is, Donnie says, can I ask any kind of question?
Sure, Donnie.
Who are your biggest influences filmmakers? Adam Green.
Ryan, who's yours?
What was the question?
Who's your biggest influences filmmakers?
I would have to say, I mean, for horror, definitely Wes Craven. And that's just the one that's jumping out at me right now. Yeah. Definitely lots of other filmmakers, but Wes Craven's a big one, for sure. And Shawn?
That's such a hard question to answer for some reason. Apparently there's no sound on the.
I know. Because I'm streaming. It's weird. I had to mute the video so that you guys didn't hear it over the Zoom call, but I just unmuted it and just turned my computer all the way down. So I told Andrew to see if that works.
I'd have to say man, it's so weird because that's kind of like a flavor of the month thing for me. Like I'll always love John Carpenter as a director.
But he's also your dad.
It is a tough question to answer. I will say that.
So it's like John Carpenter's always gonna be right up there for me. But
do you find that, I'm sorry to interject, but don't you find, guys, that like your influences kind of span so many different eras? Like for me, like what I was struggling with about answering that question was like Wes Craven, you know, he's jumping out, but also I'm thinking about like Alfred Hitchcock, and I'm thinking about like Victor Fleming and Michael Curtiz and like all the guys that I love from like old Hollywood. So it's like, do you find that?
I mean, I'm right there with you, because it's kind of like I mean, every film that we make either has a different style or a different tone.
Mm-hmm.
To where it's like, because if all the films that we made had the same tone, they'd all like look the same. They'd just have this one response pattern.
Mm-hmm.
To where it's like, I mean, I know with Failing Grace, like I felt some Hitchcock and like a definite nod to Orson Welles.
Okay, but here's the thing. I am not as familiar with Orson Welles as I am those other people. I didn't realize, it's not that I didn't have a vision for Failing Grace, which I don't want, I think that's how this is going to sound. I guess I just really didn't realize what I was trying to do, but until I was doing it. And it ended up being a very like Cape Fear movie, but like the old Cape Fear, not
not the remake,
right?
Which a lot of people don't know that that's a remake,
right?
Hold on, which Cape Fear is the remake?
The one with De Niro.
Really? That's a I thought that, I always thought that was an original. I guess I've never seen the original then.
No, it is a black and white thriller from old Hollywood time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't know that. I really like the De Niro one, though, I'll say that.
It uses the same score.
Yeah, so if you watch the De Niro movie and you kind of it's like when you watch it, it's like sometimes the picture and the score seems a little like, I don't know how I feel about this, because like obviously De Niro is a much, I mean, that version is a much more cringeworthy film than the original.
Yeah.
To where
is the
it's
original
like,
Cape Fear too?
Yeah.
Is it? Damn, no shit. Huh.
Learning something new every day.
Yeah, I guess I need to find that and watch it. Like I said, I always thought the De Niro one was it. I didn't know that it was a remake.
Nope. And it's really good. It is really, really good. They both are beautiful films in their own rights.
Okay, so Donnie Witt asks Travis, who is the best Batman actor of all time?
The best I'm looking at comments now. They Live is the best movie. See, I'm not big on They Live. I know Andrew is. I shit on They Live all the time to Andrew, and I feel bad about it because I know he loves that movie, but oh man, I just couldn't get into They Live. Who's the best Batman actor of all time? Ugh. I gotta give it. I have a soft spot in my heart for Michael Keaton. I love Michael Keaton as Batman in Batman and Batman Returns. But honestly, I really think I have to say Christian Bale in the Christopher Nolan movies. I think Christian Bale totally killed it in the Christopher Nolan movies. So for nostalgia's sake, I would say Michael Keaton, but for like cinematically and just coming in and completely totally slaying a role, Christian Bale. So there you go.
Yep.
Travis, do you know Donnie Witt?
No, I do not.
Just wondering. He's got another question for you.
How could you hate a
Swim
movie?
fan.
How could you hate a movie where two people fight for several minutes over wearing sunglasses? See, I don't know. Isn't that whole entire scene like literally like 12 minutes long?
It wouldn't that be the reason to dislike a movie?
I get it. Honestly, I just thought the movie. I just feel the movie. I thought the movie personally. This is just personal opinion, so don't hate on me. Please don't hate me. My personal opinion. I just thought They Live was extremely boring. I thought it was an incredibly boring movie, and I just couldn't get into it. Like that's me.
I mean, it's not a. Yeah, it's not by any means like a quick.
Yeah, man, 12 minutes of glory.
Share to group. All right, I found out how to share it to a group.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hate on a movie that you like, Donnie, but I just couldn't get into it. I know that it's one of Andrew's favorite movies, but I don't know. That movie's just not for me.
Come on, share it. There we go.
Andrew said they reshot the fight on South Park scene for scene. Oh yeah, Andrew, wasn't it Jimmy and Timmy? Was it Jimmy and Timmy that they did that on South Park, if I remember right?
You know, I don't really know what Andrew's taste in movies are.
I mean, I mean, just from doing H&H, he seems to he tends to like a lot of the stuff that I like, except for They Live. I just don't like that movie. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, anytime we've picked movies, I mean, it's really kind of few and far between whenever we do H&H and Andrew ends up not liking a movie that I ended up liking. So I feel like me and Andrew have somewhat sort of the same taste in movies for the most part.
Yes, this is a Mario hat.
I don't think I've ever not seen you in a Mario hat for as long as I've known you.
You have to. You just don't remember it.
Well, I mean, I mean, aside from like being at your house and hanging out and you'll take it off or whatever, but like being on set, like out and about in public, I have never seen you without a Mario hat on.
For the entire shoot of Stranded, I wore my Concept Media hat.
Did you? I was really preoccupied and busy on that set, so I guess I just don't.
Yeah, I mean, you were doing things, but because I didn't want to make that film be a part of the curse to where I can't take this and put it on the shelf until that film's finished too. Though I kind of have. A very critical question here. Super Mario Brothers Part 2 or 3? Pick the superior game. 3.
Yeah, I was gonna say personally, I gotta go with 3.
Ryan, you're at 2.
Yes.
I mean, personally, for me, it's 1 and 3. But I never got into anything past 3, so don't ask me any shit about that.
The only Mario game that I got into after 3, it was what was it? It was oh man, what was it? It was Super Mario and Yoshi was a big part of it. I can't remember what the hell that game was called though. Let's pop a goog and find out.
I just got the slang that you just said, and I was like, what the fuck?
Excuse me, guys.
And Ryan, you are the smartest guy here, says Donnie, because you picked 2.
Right on.
I played 2.
Thanks, Donnie.
Honestly, I didn't like the colors or the graphics. Like, I was like, why the fuck are they throwing turnips?
If you don't get it, you don't get it, Shawn.
I just don't get it.
Oh, that's right. 2 was the turnip one, wasn't it? That one was weird, but I remember it was a fun game, but it was a weird one.
It was also the first one to feature a flying playable character.
2 was?
Yeah. You could play as the princess, and she could fly because of her skirt.
Was Yoshi in that one?
No.
No?
No.
So Yoshi came after 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
I do remember like, I don't know if it was a straight Yoshi game.
There were a few, but Shawn, you got real into that one Super Mario World game that the kids have on their DSs.
Well, that's because it's Super Mario 3.
Yeah, Super Mario World is the one that I was thinking of. So yeah, that's the same one that I was talking about, Ryan. I love that one myself.
Yeah. Those are fun. I also got real into Super Mario 64.
Yeah, I remember 64.
I never played 64 or Mario Kart or anything like that.
Dude, it was Super Mario, but 3D.
I liked Mario Kart on 64. I thought the 64 Mario Kart was awesome. I had a lot of fun with that game. Sorry, Travis and Shawn.
Stephen Gray, what's up? Kevin Ellis, what's up? Sorry, we're going back and forth from YouTube comments to Facebook comments.
Can I just say hi to Stephen Gray? I hope you're feeling okay today, buddy. And thank you for all the shares and posts of this campaign that we're here to pimp out tonight. You have been a really big supporter and helper of it. We appreciate it. Right, Shawn? Right, TJ?
We do.
Big supporters. Rob Ben on Twitch says, "Hey, Shawn and Ryan."
Hello, hello.
Hello, Rob.
I don't know that I've ever really been on Twitch much, guys.
Well, I know that Rob, he goes by Toxic Avenger on Twitch, but I know Rob has been I know he's been a big supporter of CM for a while.
Sorry, the cat just bit my foot.
Like, I was wondering what happened. I was like, it looked like you just racked yourself because you were like, oh.
No, she wants out of this room and she keeps attacking my feet. So if this camera suddenly jostles, it's because I've like jerked my foot real hard or I've kicked my cat.
Because of this bitch cat.
Why can't you be more like Kevin?
The third guy here, Stephen Gray, that is Travis Wilson. He is a part of Concept Media. He's all right. He's a fun guy. He does camera works and stuff, and he's a writer and director as well.
And a juggalo.
Whoop, whoop, motherfucker!
Come on. Trying to bury that part of my history.
Listen, you made
yeah, Ryan. He's just trying to bury that hatchet, man.
That was good. I'll give you that. That was good.
Listen, you signed your book and the book of your name and the Joker cards and shit, man. You're down with the clowns for life. That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
Oh my god.
I'm just kidding.
No comment.
You are a really good dude and you do a lot of neat things. I will say that since you've come around, it's really opened up the scope of what we can accomplish with our films in terms of like the cameras. You and Shawn are a great team together, and having two sets of eyes working to execute the filming of our movies, it's just leaps and bounds, leaps and bounds.
Well, thanks, man. Despite your constant constant juggalo jabs, I really do appreciate that.
Well, you can make fun of me for being gay. It's okay. We all have our things, man.
We all have our things.
TJ, here's the thing. If I didn't find one thing to rib you about, that means I don't like you.
I know.
That's just, it's honestly me just flirting with you, man. I can't help myself. You're one sexy son of a bitch, and I just can't help myself.
I hope Mike Pleska isn't watching, because now he's going to know why you don't like him.
But honestly, Shawn, let's be honest here. Who really does like Mike, though?
Fuck
you
Mike.
Guys, I wish you would stop, because one day he's going to file a lawsuit.
yeah, he is.
The cyberbullying shit of Mike Pleska really needs to stop. I mean, the guy's a tool, but he doesn't deserve to be put in the stocks like this all the time.
Travis, didn't they send you something?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they bully back.
Yeah, that is true. They sent me Christmas ornaments. They were ICP Christmas ornaments.
They did not.
Swear to God, they did.
Okay, that's it. I'm sending Peyton a box of tampons, like a big box of tampons. It's just open like shipping peanuts. So when she opens this box, it's just tampons.
I sent them me and Caitlin sent them a postcard from Gatlinburg when we were there last week, and it said, fuck you guys from Tennessee.
Love it. Has anybody been asking any questions so we can stop cyberbullying people?
Shawn reminds me of a younger, better looking George R.R. Martin.
Now, if that's not a compliment, I don't know.
That's
what
mean.
Which I don't know who that is.
It's the creator of Game of Thrones.
Which is probably why I don't know who that is. Because I don't throne.
I just think you look like, I mean, yeah, I could see that. Maybe a mix between them and John Carpenter, or you don't look, I mean, why would you do that?
Well, that way I don't look like this Martin guy. Or did that help?
That's something. It's so dark out there, at least on my camera. I don't know. I've got my light on, so like my screen's a little dim. So it's like, I don't know if it's like, it just looks like a shadow around your face. Oh, there you are.
Well, so Caitlin. Hello, Caitlin.
Steven asks, how's the campaign going? We are currently 77% funded with
Holy
9
shit.
days left. Yeah, we got late last night. We got 2 people to come on as associate producers.
Well, that's awesome news. I love late night Friday shoppers. Did they still get, did it come before midnight? Like, did it qualify for the free perks?
Yes.
Excellent.
Which this coming Friday is our final free perks Friday. And I know we've been thinking about some things, and we may have like almost like a new possibly perk / free perk bundle going on.
And I get to tell you what it is. I get to premiere it tonight, guys. We are doing an all nude calendar of the dudes at Concept Media.
We've been talking about doing that forever. We're finally doing it. Hell yeah.
Yes, we are, Mr. October.
Yeah. I'm gonna rock the hell out of October.
I'm just kidding. Shawn hasn't given that.
I'm just like, what month am I? Are we going by birthdays or what?
Well, I mean, if you want to be January and kick the year off.
Yeah, there we go.
They should start the year by singing the Krang. Or should you wait and save that for like Christmas, like December?
Because if anything, I mean, I can get stock photos of men. I'm just saying, to where we could make like a really funny calendar.
I feel like that would come back to haunt us somehow. I don't know. I want to see test shots.
Well, I just need to get good pictures of everybody's face, like well lit. Steven, I'm not sure what you're talking about. So please feel free to ask any questions. At the moment, we're just kind of, and then we're going to dive into what we have going on this year and so on. And so, let's say a couple more minutes of questions before we dive.
I do got to say, before we do our dive, I do have to say, I keep cussing, I'm sorry. It is crazy how fast at least I personally feel like do what?
Fuck.
What the
well, I know YouTube's weird about it though, so I don't know. But I personally feel like it's crazy that we're already almost to the end of this campaign.
Well, we did a shorter campaign this time.
No, I know we did. I know it was shorter, but it still seems like it went by really, really fast. Because we've got like 8 or 9 days left, I think.
We got 9.
9.
And Donnie Witt, thank you for the contribution. I literally posted on YouTube, Donnie Witt, go grab a perk.
Donnie, thank you so much, man. That is awesome. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you, Donnie.
Do you know Don? Do any of you know Donnie, or is he just a random YouTube watcher?
I'm loving this.
Donnie.
I think Donnie, find us on socials. Let's link up, man.
How did you stumble upon this?
What did Donnie grab, Shawn? Are you going to give us details?
He just donated. He didn't grab a perk. He just donated.
No,
well, awesome. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Stephen Gray, I remember you asked about he asked about us doing a documentary about concept media and Over the Bridge and Through the Woods for the 10 years and everything. No, I don't really think we have thought about that.
That's a cool idea, though.
It's a really great idea. I guess nobody thought of it, but we're so busy.
We are super busy. And it would be nice for it to be something that wasn't a bunch of Zoom calls or it'd be nice to have
maybe we can grab and assemble something over the next year as we're working on stuff going into the next decade. It's a good idea, Steven. Producer. There we go.
Donnie Witt knows Andrew.
Oh, okay. I see that now.
It's about time Andrew came through in one way or another for this fucking company.
Oh my God. How dare you talk about Andrew like that, Shawn? He moves refrigerators.
Yeah, that is true.
One refrigerator.
And he blew up a gas station.
Almost blew up a gas station.
As many times as we made him move that refrigerator, though, I think that collectively that equals out to several refrigerators.
Well, I appreciate everything Andrew does. And Andrew, if you're still watching, I hope you know that. Shawn apparently doesn't. And so maybe you shouldn't do things for him.
In that case, we can put the times that I've moved Scotty's mom to the equivalent of me moving an elephant.
Jesus.
What the fuck, Shawn?
Jesus. God.
Because he's not here. You know Scotty would have laughed.
I know he would, but Lord have mercy, that was God.
I'm
People
lady.
don't slam barn doors that hard, Shawn.
Tammy, I love you. I will see you Wednesday.
You have your kids on Wednesday.
Shit. Tuesday, if I'm free.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So, does anybody have any more questions for this illustrious panel of filmmakers?
Travis. Okay, Stephen Gray has a good question.
Where are you seeing this Stephen Gray's comment at? I'm not seeing his comment.
On the Heckles and Horrors Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Don't do it.
You're like, oh, the one place I'm not looking.
Well, I can't put anything on this screen because this is what I'm streaming the YouTube video from. And if I put anything on this screen, then it's going to go over the YouTube video. So I have to, on this screen, I've got like 15 windows open. And I'm trying to go back and forth between each one.
So what does Stephen Gray ask?
1 second. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
We may have a surprise.
Huh?
Is it Rob?
We may have a surprise. Stephen Gray asks, Travis, how did you get started with Concept Media?
Well, it all started when I was 3. No. Well, where did John go? Oh, wait, never mind. I got started with Concept. When did we start production on Don't Fuck? Was that 2017?
Don't Fuck 2?
Yeah.
We started
18.
pre-production in 18.
18.
Or yeah, no, because we even filmed in 18, yeah.
But TJ, you danced with Concept Media before.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
But Don't Fuck 2 was the first like official thing that I actually did with you guys. And then so I got started with Concept back in, what was it? What did we say, 2017 or 18, whatever year that was?
Yeah, 18, I believe.
2018. I got started with Concept when Shawn brought me on to Don't Fuck 2 to be the DP and the camera op for Don't Fuck 2. And as the Don't Fuck 2 production went on, I guess Shawn just really saw something in me. And at the end of yeah, that's right, because it was on Trespassing when we did Trespassing at the end of that same year is when you guys brought me and Andrew both.
Sure did.
Yeah. So yeah, that's how I got started with Concept. Don't Fuck 2, and then got through that. Shawn and Ryan, I guess, saw something in me and wanted me to be a part of the team. So at the end of, I think it was November, actually, if I remember right, the end of November when we were doing Trespassing in where was it, Eaton or wherever that was.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
When we were doing that at the end of that year. That's when Shawn and Ryan brought me and Andrew on, and I've been with them ever since.
Hey, handsome.
Yeah. Oh, Mr. Cheyenne Gordon.
This was the surprise.
Yes.
Take it back.
Take it back.
Hi, buddy. How are you?
I can't hear him though.
Did he really hang up?
I'm here.
Oh, there you go.
Oh.
What's up, buddy?
Hey. How y'all doing?
I love your ASMR voice.
No, that's my daughter's asleep and I'm trying not to wake her ass up voice.
Well, you should definitely do ASMR.
Asthma?
I don't remember what it stands for.
Anal secretion mother
We are
Revolution.
on YouTube. You can't talk like that on here. They will shut us down.
No, there's certain words I can't say on YouTube.
So pretty much Cheyenne's vocabulary will be very limited this evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't worry, I'll behave myself for the most part.
Now I got
So-
comments up.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what to pull up because I've originally pulled this up through YouTube, and then you said that you were seeing comments on the Heckles and Horror Facebook, so I'm trying to find that too. There it is. Yay!
Yeah, we had to in order to get this like an embedded stream on Facebook, we had to go through a lot of different avenues.
So how's everybody doing?
Fantastic. How are you?
Other than busting TJ's balls on ICP and
His juggaballs.
yeah, his jug of balls.
He's ignoring us.
No, I'm trying to minimize windows and get everything up on one monitor. This is really difficult.
Shawn, how are the comments?
We haven't really gotten any, but we're taking them if you got them.
Mm-hmm.
Questions for any of us? All of us. Because there's people watching.
Oh, Shawn, we could have played the movie game live on YouTube.
God, we should do that sometime.
What is the movie game?
Stop it.
Should we just do a quick round of M?
I'll kill you.
Talking to your cat? Or are you being cocky? I can't tell.
Yes, I was talking to the cat. Sorry. Oh, you
What is-
heard me say, I'll kill you.
Yeah, and I'm like, Stephen Gray, ask any questions you want, homie. But yeah, you want to play like an M of the movie game?
Yeah, sure, that's fine, whatever.
What is? I don't even know what it is.
Okay, you should be able to pick it up. Brian, let's have you start, and we'll go you, me, to Travis, to Cheyenne, back up to you, because I think we're all in a square.
Okay. So I'll be really easy and I'll start with a movie title. So TJ, I will say Halloween, H2O. And then you would name someone in that movie.
Name someone in the movie.
Yes.
An actor or actress.
Okay, H2O. Everybody and their mom would say Jamie Lee Curtis. So let's go with Josh Hartnett.
And then Cheyenne would name another Josh Hartnett movie.
Okay, number 11.
Wow,
And
that's a good
then
movie.
I would say Bruce Willis.
And then I would say Death Becomes Her.
And then I say somebody that was in that movie again. I actually really don't think I've ever seen Death Becomes Her.
Okay. So you can pass, or you can challenge me to name somebody else in that movie. If I do, you get a letter and we end the game. Or
I
you
feel
can pass.
like you know who's in that movie, so I'll pass.
Does it go to me?
Yes.
Oh, what am I supposed to name somebody in the movie?
Yes.
Yes.
Goldie Hawn.
Thank you, Richard Estep, if you are watching. He just donated $50.
Oh,
Sure, that's
Awesome.
my friend and my boss at work, actually.
Okay, so maybe
Oh.
he's watching on Twitch. Okay, Cheyenne said Goldie Hawn.
He is on
Yes.
Twitch. I just saw his comment. What is up, Richard? Thank you, bro.
I'm gonna go with Bird on a Wire. Just because you made me watch that within the last couple months.
I love
was a
that
good one.
movie.
That was
I
a good
love
one.
that movie. Mel Gibson, of course.
So now I name a Mel Gibson movie.
Yes.
I think I'm getting it now. We'll go with Lethal Weapon. I like Lethal Weapon.
Danny Glover.
Steven, feel free. Just post your questions, man.
He said Danny Glover.
And that Danny Glover comes to me. God, I'm trying to remember the title. Gone Fishing.
Oh, Gone. Isn't that him and Joe Pesci?
Yes, Travis, but it doesn't go to you.
I'm sorry. I'm just learning this game. Give me a break.
Because I was trying to think of something low that Ryan wouldn't know.
Damn it. Sorry.
Nice move. I do believe you just said Joe Pesci, correct?
Yep.
All right, Goodfellas.
Ray Liotta.
Oh.
Heartbreakers.
Ooh.
Jennifer
I'm glad
Love
that's not me.
huge tits.
Judges, can we take that? Okay.
So what was it?
Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Oh, did you say Jennifer Love huge tits? Is that what you said? Is that what I heard?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yes.
Jennifer Love Hewitt. I know what you did last summer.
Ryan Felipe.
Just for you, Ryan. Cruel Intentions.
Selma Blair.
Ooh. Come on, TJ.
I know I've seen her in other stuff.
You can always pass.
No, he already did.
Oh, do you see? We've had so many different things going through the years.
Sean, you just don't pay attention to rules and make your own up in your head.
Marches to a
because I don't pass.
I know you don't pass, but no, you get one pass per cycle.
Well, if I need to, what do I do then? Because I can't think.
You can challenge me to name another Selma Blair movie, or you would take a letter.
All right, what is the letter? What is the letter?
You spell out the word movie and it knocks you out like horse.
Oh, okay. All right, then I'll just challenge you then because I don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, girl. Selma Blair was also in A Dirty Shame.
Never heard of it.
It was a
a John Waters movie.
Yeah, it had Johnny Knoxville in it. She had these big, huge fake tits.
She was a stripper. I really wanted to say Scream 2, but she doesn't appear in the movie. It's just her voice. So, and see, that would end the cycle, and then it would be Cheyenne who started the next round.
And that's how you played the movie game. We used to sit at a Waffle House and smoke cigarettes and play that game for fucking hours.
Have you guys watched the movie game that they created?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. So there's this game. It's called the movie game, and it works with, you have like these cards, and in it has a fake synopsis that takes two different movies and mashes them together in the synopsis, and you have to say the title of that movie mashed together. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, it would be like, okay, a New York cop goes to LA at a Christmas party and gets stuck in the duct while also being related to a Southern Bayou man on the run from people hunting him on horseback. He also does ninja kicks. Okay. So the first movie would be, the synopsis would be what?
Die
Die
Hard.
Hard.
Okay. Does anybody know what the second movie was?
I feel like it's Hard Target.
So you have to
Walker
say
Texas Ranger?
Die
Oh.
Hard Target.
Okay.
That's the
See,
movie game.
You went Hard Target. My first thought was cowboy that does ninja kicks, Chuck Norris, Walker Texas Ranger. That's where I went.
But he said like in the South. So I
In the Bayou.
The Bayou. So I was like, that's either Steven Seagal or Van Damme, and I remember too many Van Damme movies being in the South.
Yep. So it's Die Hard Target.
Okay, we have a question
Yes.
for Ryan. The dialogue in your films is outstanding. I think it is amazing. How do you come up with the dialogue the way you do? Do you write the film around that, or what? You have a way with dialogue that is awesome.
Well, thank you very much.
That's from Stephen Gray.
Thank you, Stephen Gray. I guess I just really pay attention to how people talk. I listen to how folks speak, and I just mimic it. I don't know. I just, and I guess the other guys could get in on this discussion too, really. It is a challenge to make sure that your characters all don't sound like the same person, and they don't sound like you speaking. And I feel like more care is put into that with this company, because all of these guys sitting here with me are aware of that too, right? Yeah.
See, now I can't be a dick. I was gonna be like, fuck dialogue, it's not important. Just because I know, like, you and Cheyenne, like, I mean, you guys have a way with dialogue. Like, when you read something I write, I'm heavily relying on the actors and how they speak. Like, that's the way my writing works. So it's like, you guys are on a higher level than where I'm at.
Cheyenne and I are Puritans when it comes to script writing. I think that Cheyenne and I are very, and I'm sorry if I'm speaking for you. I want you to jump in on this, man. You and I are very similar. I feel like we have a very deep-rooted appreciation for the creative writing process and for the script writing process. And so we're not as freewheeling as Shawn is. I think you bring Shawn in when you write with him.
Well, I think we all just look at the way stories are told differently. So
Mhm.
Shawn is not concerned about the words; he's concerned about the visuals. You know, he wants to draw an audience in by putting them in the action, putting them in, getting that emotional reaction from them about what they're seeing, not what they're hearing. And that's totally fine. I mean, that works. Obviously, it works. But I think when I'm writing a script, my number one goal is I have to make the audience, in my point of view, I make the audience feel something about a character, and that's all dependent on what they say and how they say it. So if you look, let's just go with the basics. I know, Ryan, you're a fan of Scream as much as I am. I mean, that's what got me into really loving slasher, self-aware slasher. But if you look at the way Kevin Williamson wrote the dialogue, you feel a specific way about every single character in that film, and it's because of how they talk. My favorite character was Randy and Stu, because they were outgoing, they were funny, they were smart asses, and that's what I gravitated towards. And then you had people like, Dewey, who was kind of the goofy kind of character. It was the lovable because of what he said was sweet. It was very sweet and innocent almost. And writing with Shawn on some of his stories where he gives me bullet points and says, this is what I want, in the script. And I do, Shawn, I hope you agree with this, that, I like to touch base with you a lot to say, hey, is this what you're looking for? And it's very much, it's all dependent on how the people talk. You know, you can make or break a character with what they say and how they say it. Words have power and they have weight. So that's just how I put it, how I write it, is like, how do I want people to feel about this character?
Yes.
Sorry, that was probably long-winded. I apologize.
No, it was.
No.
I mean, it was precise. It was to the point. Like, fucking A, man. Thank you, Richard. He ended up grabbing a perk as well.
Oh,
Thank you, Richard.
We also have a Miss Caitlin Cooper who donated.
Oh,
Hey,
thank
Bo.
you. Thank you. Caitlin.
yes. Thank you, Caitlin.
We are currently 80% funded.
Oh, yay.
See, we're
Aw.
getting close, man. We're getting there.
I love Caitlin. She's such a sweetheart.
She's all right. Just kidding, babe. I love you.
What other questions we got? This is it. Just ask us anything. We're all
Yes,
pretty
that's
open. and
it's
and
called
it's
the
kind of,
crying.
and it's well, it's neat because you have 4 different viewpoints on a question. Like, that question was directed towards Ryan, so that's why I was more kind of concerned what he was saying. But
Well,
like, it's
I
interesting that it is interesting to see all of our different viewpoints of the same topic, and like how that kind of works together. That's really neat.
Well, I really appreciated that Stephen, of course, mentioned that he liked my films, but I wanted to make sure to kind of telegraph that question out to the rest of you, because you guys are also writers, and all of our films are unique and different to our own styles. And Shai, I do like how you write dialogue. So I did kind of want to, like, ping pong that over the net at you.
I want to be honest with you about your dialogue, though, and this is 100% just pure honesty. I can't follow your dialogue because it's too goddamn smart for me. like the words that are used, I'm like, I don't know what that word means. It sounds like an important word. That's a fancy word. I'm not smart enough for that word. And there's a lot of those words. By the way, my ass is over here with a fucking thesaurus looking through it going, okay, what is another word for the?
Okay. Stephen has a question, but before we get to his question, I have a question. Because as far as, like, I mean, TJ's the new kid here as far as, like, writing and directing. Like, you did your segment in Season's Greetings too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what was that like? Like, I don't think I've even ever asked you this question, but, like, what was that like? Like,
what do you mean specifically? What specifically like?
Like, as far as writing it, like, were there? How did you do it? Like, it's like, you know how I write. Like, if I could, I would just not have a script and just go off of plot points.
Yeah.
And just tell people to wing it. But, like, how did you approach going about making that short?
See, I'm kind of the same way as Ryan. What Ryan said. Ryan said he listens to how people talk, and he tries to incorporate those types of elements into his own writing. That's kind of how I am too. Whenever I write, I try to take myself personally completely out of the equation. I try to write, whenever I write anything, like Naughty List and the other thing that I'm writing that you guys know about. Whenever I write things like that, I try to take myself completely out of the equation and write as if I am these people. You know what I mean? And I feel like all of us really have a good understanding on how different personalities are and how people talk. And that's kind of what I do. I try to imagine myself as these people saying these words and write them down as I would say them as that person. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's kind of my process. I just take myself out of the equation entirely, my own personal self out of the equation, and I try to write things from these different perspectives as if I am that person, I guess.
Now, question about that is that before you started writing Naughty List, did you kind of have an idea in mind of people you'd like to use for those characters?
Like actors and actresses?
Yeah.
Not really. Like when I first started, I knew for sure that I wanted Brittany. I didn't know Emily. I didn't know Emily, or I didn't know her at the time. Andrew's the one that introduced me to Emily. Anthony, I never thought about using him because I don't know if he really does a lot of acting. So I mean, I know Anthony from conventions and stuff, but I didn't know that he was trying to get into acting. So I mean, he was never, honestly, really never even a thought in my mind either until I think I put a casting call out or something, and then he missed. But for the most part, the only person that I knew that I knew for sure that I wanted to be in it was Brittany. Other than Brittany, I just wrote everybody's dialogue as if I was this character. And then as I started getting actors and actresses in, I kind of tried to tweak it a little bit to kind of their own personalities, and I mean, that's then we have the end product of Naughty List. What the hell was that? Was that the cat?
His cat.
Sounded like church.
See, I wondered about that because I know that I have made, and I fully admit that it was a mistake, that I have straight, like, when I'm writing, I'm like, okay, I want this person for this, to where then I kind of tailor that character to what I know that person's abilities are. So I was just wondering. I was like,
yeah, I mean, I understand what you're saying, but I mean, the other thing that you guys know that I'm working on, that is, I have no clue. I have no clue who's going to be in that movie. I have no clue. I could not tell you who's going to be in it. Well, that's a lie. I know one person that I know for sure that I want in it, that I want. But other than that, I have no clue who is going to be in that. I have no clue. I have no idea. I have like a wish list of people that I would like to have. But aside from that, I have no idea who is going to be in that. So I'm kind of writing that just basically as myself, as these different characters. And then whenever I do start getting cast members for it, when that time does come down the line, then I'll go back and maybe tweak some things, like I said, and try to tailor it to them a little bit more. But the foundation is already going to be there. It's just I need to, once I get to that point where we're casting, the foundation will already be there, and then tweak it to these different personalities, and then kind of. I'm the type of person where personally and I know Shawn, you're the same way. I know you're the same way. I'm the type of person where if I have it written in the script, that's a guideline. Like that's just a foundational guideline. What's in the script to me personally is not the gospel. If we're on set and you as an actor are delivering your lines and you come up with something on the fly that you feel is more natural or better than what is written, more power to you.
As long as it works.
Yeah, as long as it works. That's what I'm saying. As long as it works and it sticks to that same general foundation that's already laid, and it gets the same point across, but you come up with a better way to word it or something like that, more power to you. Just make sure that you're still driving the story in that particular line and that particular scene in the direction that I intended it to go. But I mean, I'm really lenient when it comes to actors kind of taking the reins and making things their own. I feel like that makes movies more. They makes them feel more natural, I guess.
See, I don't think I could ever direct or be in charge of a film that didn't have a script. Like to me, that just seems so chaotic. Like I know it can be done and it has been done. but I'm looking at, like, in my head, it's always worst case scenario. So like the first thing I immediately think of in that situation is like, oh shit, like you're gonna have one actor that's like on point, they're doing their thing, they're saying what they want, and then another actor like tries to take the scene for a second or tries to, input, and they start kind of chopping each other up in their dialogue and like overlapping each other kind of, which can seem realistic in some points, but I feel like that's always going to be like a cut, let's take a second, or you say what you're going to say, okay, now you're going to say what you're going to say, and let them. So that's another reason that I'm like, I would always need a script for a film to know when everybody's done saying what they need to and the next person, it's like key points on when one person ends and the other person begins dialogue,
Yeah, Richard, I just saw this. Richard said on Twitch, he sat in a dark room and wrote the script. That's very true. Naughty List, I wrote that entire thing at work. Like 8 hours a night at work. That's what I was working on. Please don't let Richard, don't let our director see that. But yeah, Naughty List, I wrote almost that entire thing, other than like a couple things at home where I would go back and like kind of tweak it or whatever. But for the most part, Naughty List, most of that was written at work.
Okay, so we have a question.
You got a question for you. No, it was for you. I was wanting to let you know there was a question for you.
No, there's one before that I didn't get to for you, Cheyenne.
Oh, was it for me?
Stephen Gray wants to know how you got started in concept media.
Oh, am I the new guy?
Yeah, you're the new guy.
Oh, I thought you were maybe talking to DJ. Oh, okay.
I'm gonna grab some pop real quick.
Some pop. It's soda.
It's pop.
Shy, keep your ass down there in Kentucky. It's pop.
Listen, I grew up calling everything Coke, though, so which kind of makes sense. Kentucky, Coke, soda, Coke, soda. Yes, yeah. How did I get into it? I don't know if you're asking how I got into concept media or how I got into films.
Concept media.
Concept media. I was working with another director in his company for a while, and I was introduced to Shawn first and helped him do some storyboards and stuff for Betsy. That's kind of how it started. And then we just kept talking. I got introduced to Ryan. I was actually working with TJ on some projects already. So, but with Shawn, we just kind of collaborated on some bits for Betsy. And then it just kind of kept going. I felt it was time to leave the current company I was with at the time. And Shawn was like, hey, Shawn and Ryan both actually approached me and was like, hey, you should come be a part of this. And it was really funny because my first expectation was like, well, what do you want from me? Like, what is my job? And their answer was, whatever the fuck you want to do. And I was like, that is the greatest answer ever. Okay. And it's been it's been awesome since to where we are now. So
that is what Shawn and I told both TJ and you from the very beginning, and the others, was that we didn't necessarily want anything from you. We just wanted to give you guys a great space to be able to create your art, because it is hard getting films off the ground.
That's one thing I'll say about concept media. Like, there's a lot of great things obviously about it that I love. We've all kind of had our differences every now and then, but like the core idea of concept media is the greatest fucking thing I've ever been a part of, because of that freedom and that positivity and that push to say, when I was with a different company, I'd say, hey, I want to do something about this, or I think this would be neat. And you get kind of hounded for it, or, personal opinions get involved, or people want to tell you you're wrong, even though it's your idea, or they try to guide you into a way to make it more profitable on their end. But with concept, it was, well, I'm kind of afraid I have this idea, guys. Like, what am I going to do? And everybody is immediately right on your ass going, fucking do it. Let's go. What do you need? Like, let's just do it. And having that much positive push, there is nothing like it in the world especially when it's on a subject that you're so passionate about. Films in general is my passion in life, and creating, and to have people that are just so willing to be like on a snap, be like, yeah, let's do it. Fucking tell me what you need. You got it. There's no other feeling in the world like that, honestly.
I love it. I get so moved when I hear you guys talk. I just remember how hard it was for us starting out, and it was like a lot of no's, just a lot of no's, and
From everybody.
From everybody. And so it's like we at least had to make sure a few people were hearing some yeses, because the work that you guys were putting in there in 2018, it was just like, these guys want the same things, all of us, and Gal, I mean, we have to include B. She's here in spirit. Just the work you guys were putting in the results we were getting, and the quality of pictures we are producing. It's like, I think that it reflects in what we do. I think it really does. You guys make us proud.
Thanks, Dad.
I'm not gonna lie, like when I was editing the 10-year like video where everybody's talking, it's like, I'm not gonna lie, I like started to tear up a couple times, like, god damn.
Dude, it turned out so good. That video turned out really, really good. It really did.
When I watched Shy's clip, I was like, that's my boy.
Well, Brittany's on the verge of crying throughout hers, and I'm just like,
yeah. Brittany really, really got
oh,
to.
Please, that was fake.
Well, she is an actress, so.
Okay, Stephen Gray. I have made it clear so many times that The Sleeping Soul is my favorite. How did that come to be? Did you draw from personal experience, or was it just a film you wanted to make? Sorry if it's too personal.
Shawn stole it from another filmmaker.
Oh. I can feel that one. Oh, it's bleeding through.
Sorry, guys.
So, honestly, The Sleeping Soul started out as a song that I had written that I then like turned into like a poem that then I eventually turned into like a story. And after we did our first convention with Midsummer Nightmares, it was our first film. That first convention was fun. It was fun. We sold some movies, and it's like I could tell that me and Ryan were both like, we need more content. Like having a table for a movie. It's not the easiest sell, especially when you have cast members going, hey, there's tits in this, buy it, to like 12-year-olds.
I forgot about our really rough edges when we began.
I mean, there were some rough edges in the very beginning, but we were having fun, and it's like eventually we were like, okay, no drinking at the table. So yeah,
I mean, Shy giggle, and it's not just because of behavior and shenanigans. We had a lot of merchandise, even at that very first show, get trashed because of spilled alcohol. Like at the first show, a cast member spilled.
Our first show, all we had were posters. We actually printed out stills and the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's all that was on the fucking 6-foot table. Because, we go to a convention now and it's like, goddamn, we need to have a 3-tiered thing here, 7 more tiers here to just fit everything on the goddamn table. So it's like,
so imagine us going to this one show with one movie, and we've got like 7 people there helping us run the booth. Shawn's kids made an appearance that weekend. Margot fucking Kidder was there talking shit.
yes, she was.
Oh my god, Margot Kidder, dude. I've met her.
And we just, yeah, the table got trashed that weekend. Somebody spilled beer, and a lot of stills and posters got wrecked. And it happened a couple more times before we were just like, all right.
Right.
Behavior and drunken shenanigans were included into that equation, though, for sure.
Save that for after the floor is closed. Go have fun. But after that first weekend, I think me and Ryan both knew that we were going to have to make more movies. Like, I think that's when it was like, there may have been a look that we looked at each other and we're like, yes, let's do this again. To where, yeah, I ended up trying to develop that on my own. Because that script was only, what, 15 pages?
I'm not sure that I ever saw a script, because I'm pretty sure that that movie went into production the week after we got back from Horror Hound.
Sean's like, script? What fucking script? There was a script.
There was a script.
I've got a script.
I just never saw one.
Like, because it wasn't like, it wasn't like I had words in it for the actress to say, but they weren't as detailed. Like, if anything, I guess now looking back at it, you guys know that I bitch. Like, I don't feel like I've had a lot of opportunity to just direct. Well, if anything, that first film, I feel that I directed that.
So I'm curious.
You
though.
also who the hell was there directing Bludgeon then? Because I recall you directing.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, but see, when I bitched about it in later years, it's because back then it's like I had to run camera and I had to, back then it was just, if we would have had the crew now that we had back then, things would be severely different. Especially if we all had that knowledge.
I'm curious, Shawn, like, knowing how your comfort zone on directing without a script and everything, well, how'd you feel on Don't Fuck 2? When you were given like 100 and something page fucking script on me.
Here you go. Here's your movie.
Or Stranded even.
Don't know, because I didn't look at it as, I was still looking at it from a visual aspect, not as far as amount of content. Because when you break Don't Fucking Woods 2 down as far as locations, I mean, there aren't a ton, to where it felt like, though this is the longest script I've ever had to work with, it didn't feel like it was going to be, if there would have been 30 scene setups or something in different locations, yeah, I'd have been sweating it. I'd have been like, Jesus Christ, Cheyenne, what the fuck? What the fuck?
And every one of them opened with an aerial shot.
I feel like Don't Fuck 2 as far as locations goes. I mean, the camp provided pretty much everything we could have possibly needed for that movie, as far as location wise. And we got super, super lucky with that place because they had literally everything we needed.
Shawn Stevens got a question up there.
Stephen, to finish your first question, basically the Sleeping Soul I mean, I came from, because at that point it had only been maybe a year, if that I wasn't that I hadn't been a musician, to where it's like I came from like music writing to where it's like writing a song. Generally, you were trying to invoke some sort of emotion out of people. So that's the first thing that I gravitated towards, was I want to try to make this emotional and for people to feel for this character. And that's really all I knew. Like from there, a lot of that film was trial and error. I mean, we shot it damn near 2 different times with different characters or people playing the characters. So yeah, I think that was an answer, right?
So I feel like it was.
Okay. Shawn and Ryan have said, but what is your favorite project with Concept so far? And any regret of as of now?
Any regrets as of now? I'm going to aim that one towards TJ first, because since he said you two answered already, TJ and I have an answer. So go ahead, TJ.
Okay, what was the favorite project with Concept?
What's your favorite, and do you have any regrets?
I'll start with regrets. Regrets wise, there are things in I mean, really the only thing that I've done myself with Concept is Naughty List up until now. But there are things in Naughty List that I wish I would have done better. Like there's a particular scene in it. It was written entirely different, and a lot of the reviews that we got for season's greetings, and especially for the Naughty List segment, a lot of the reviews kind of pointed out this particular scene. It was written there. It's a scene where Rob is in his car and he's cleaning off a knife, and for me personally, the way that we shot it and it doesn't fit, but it was written entirely different. It was written entirely different. It was going to explain that whole entire scene, but there was some reason, I don't remember why, we weren't able to do it the way that it was written. So we just kind of improvised and threw it in there and kind of Frankensteined it together and shot that scene. And I wish I would have either just taken it out entirely or rescheduled it for another day and shot it later and just rewrote something else. As far as regrets, though, that's the only regret that I have. As far as favorite projects, as terrible and horrible as Don't Fuck in the Woods 2 was. It spent that first week. I'll say that first week, as horrible as that was. I do have to say that Don't Fuck in the Woods 2 is one of my favorite experiences. And also, I had a fucking blast on Trespassing. I had a total blast on that. That one and Don't Fuck in the Woods 2, I would say probably are my two favorite projects that I've worked on so far with Concept.
For me, I haven't really been on set for many of them other than Don't Fuck 2, and I can go ahead and say Betsy is my least favorite experience.
Is that your regret?
That's a pretty big regret on my list there, guys. Betsy was kind of a shit show for me personally.
Hey, you looked good though, man. You looked good though.
The rest of it was awesome for everybody, I'm sure, but for me, and for anyone that doesn't know, that was the film, and we have it on camera. I think it's actually an extra on the movie or something. That was the movie that I dislocated my fucking knee completely. To the point my kneecap was on the side of my leg instead of in the front of it.
And you suffered through like all of Scream for Summer on that too, because I think we did Scream for Summer like almost right after that, I think.
Yeah.
The entire time through Scream for Summer, man, it was Shy just limping around, trying to get around, and the main character in the movie.
There was a scene in Scream for Summer where like Sonya's character had been attacked, and I show up at the house. My character shows up at the house, and I'm supposed to run down this fucking steps like that lead down into the basement area.
Yep.
Like every take, even the one that was used in the actual film, you can see my limping ass trying to like walk as normal as possible. And the second I hit that step, you just see me stop because I'm like, no, we're not doing this. So yeah, that was a regret. There's only one other regret, which is it was a casting issue that everyone's well aware of for Don't Fuck 2. That was a little rough on me, but as far as like my favorite, I mean, I've really only been on set, like I said, for Betsy and for Don't Fuck 2. So being on.
You were on the set of Trespassing. You're Jason Crow's stand-in.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. That wasn't a great experience for me either because I had tummy troubles that day.
Yeah.
So, but no, I think Don't Fuck 2, as far as being on set, Don't Fuck 2 was great. It was cool seeing everybody like do their thing. I felt like there literally was a family on set especially when it came to the crew. Like everybody was very much in tune with each other, I'll say. And as far as just dealing with concept and like being a part of it and doing something for a film, like, I don't know, man, like helping write the scripts and kind of clean those up or doing storyboards or, you know, like for They Come at Night, the like creature design or the drawing that out, like things like that are really fun for me. So.
Speaking of Trespassing, Caitlin says on Twitch that, by the way, Ryan, I loved Trespassing.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Caitlin. I'm so glad you love it. I had a blast making it. And,
she was super excited. Like while we were shooting it, she was so fun. She was so excited for us to get done with it and for it to come out.
Well, I'm glad she loved it. And you did a great job with that movie, TJ. The way that turned out is a lot thanks in part to yourself, sir.
Well, thank you. And I do have to say, like, I'm super, super proud of how that turned out. Like everything about it it looks good. Everything, all the actors and everybody was excellent in it. I'm really, really happy with how Trespassing turned out.
There were several shots in that film that I thought they seemed like they should just be simple. Like you wouldn't really think about it in a blockbuster film, but like seeing an indie film and seeing how it's done and just how it came out and almost everyone dealt with you and fucking stairs, like following actors and actresses up and down stairs and like keeping it on them at all times. Like there were some really gorgeous shots in there that was like, God, Jesus, good job, dude.
And it was great on the days that the sun shined in and like it just helped and it lit up the walls that had meth spray painted all over them.
Oh man, that place. Oh man, that was a great location. That house that we shot in was a great location, but that place was sketchy as hell. That was the sketchiest place I have ever filmed anything in.
I still think the movie would have been more amazing, and it would have been longer if we'd gotten the bigger house.
I mean, that bigger house, I mean, I don't think they ever saw the actual location that we were going to use.
Right.
I saw pictures of it. I never saw it in person, though.
It was a whole lot bigger. It was haunted as fuck. Something growled at me.
We would not be filming there at night.
Yeah. Mainly because it was a safety issue. I mean, that house was much worse off than the one we shot in.
But it was 21 rooms.
Yes.
A 21-room mansion with a full-size attic and belfry.
It just sounds like the fucking level on Phasmophobia or whatever.
It looked like Gone with the Wind in hell.
Yes. So it was nice. And
why are you looking so fucking mean?
There could have been. I mean, that place was loaded. No matter what way you would have went with that camera, TJ, it would have been this crazy cinematic shot just from the layout of it.
Really?
Because like the one thing that it didn't have. Okay, so the trespassing house, when you open the front door, there's a lot of room there. See, when you go into the opening of the mansion, there's a little bit of room, but there's automatically a staircase and doors to the sides that go into different rooms.
Yeah.
And there was no, it had a foyer and an area that went straight back to the bathroom.
I just don't remember it being. I felt like that opening room in the trespassing house was bigger.
No, it had a big open foyer. It had a grand foyer underneath that antebellum staircase. And that's where the hole was, where the thing growled at you. And that hall went straight back to the back hall,
Yeah,
where the one bathroom was.
yeah.
But the weird thing is the way the house was laid out, only certain rooms were accessible through other rooms.
Yeah, it was fucking.
It was real easy to get lost in it.
I would not want to be in that house at night, even if there was a light every 10 feet.
There is something evil in that house.
There, especially in that kitchen. That was the only place in that house that I felt completely uncomfortable. Like there's 3 hornets' nests right above my head. Like it just no.
I was okay walking into the house we shot trespassing in alone if I had to, but I wouldn't have wanted to be alone for 1 second in that mansion.
Right. Even though the trespassing house, the owner had to go in every morning and make sure that no meth heads were there.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Like even on the days,
go on.
even on the days we were shooting, when he knew we were coming, he had to go out and sweep the property before we showed up.
Oh, now get out of here, meth heads.
Yep. Go now.
We got some questions from Stephen Gray.
Okay.
Ryan, his favorite film of yours is It's Your Fault.
What?
Yeah. He says I watch it often. Will you make another like this?
Okay.
Segue.
So actually, we already are. If you have heard of my project Starlets, it is basically a remake of It's Your Fault, just set in the 1940s with a lot more glamour, but it is the same principle. A bunch of movie people locked in one location, turning on each other. Some of the characters are named after characters in It's Your Fault. There is a Laurel and Amy DuMaurier, which is the character that Peyton played in It's Your Fault, Peyton Pleska. Stacy Davis, who is Bridget in that movie, is in Starlets. So yeah, I'm going to make something like it, just something bigger and a lot more fun, I guess. I'm very proud of It's Your Fault. Thank you so much. You're actually the first person that's ever talked to me about that movie. I dig it. And you should know that Starlets is actually kind of, I don't want to say a prequel to It's Your Fault, but Bridget's dad is in Starlets.
And Steven, I just sent you an invite to the Starlets secret group, so you can check out all that goodness.
And you mentioned Peyton, Ryan. He asked also how is working with Peyton. I think she's amazing. She did a great job in The Lamb.
Oh, Peyton, she's always divine. She's worked with all of us here, and everybody I think could attest that Peyton's always a treat to have on set. She's really fun. She's really fun behind the scenes, but really she's great in front of the camera. She can pretty much do anything you need her to.
Yeah. I wish she wouldn't bring Mike around so much, but I love Peyton though.
No, I know. Oh,
Now, in all seriousness, are seriously probably two of the best people I've ever met in my life. Like, I absolutely adore Mike and Peyton. I know we give them shit. They give shit to us whenever we're on set. But I mean, at the end of the day, like, Mike and Peyton are some of my all-time favorite people. Like, I love those two so much.
There was one point in time where I did not love Peyton.
Really?
We were gearing up. We were gearing up to go to a horror convention. And well, I pass out. You know, if I'm gonna fall asleep, I'm gonna fall asleep. And what was it? Was Peyton and who? Stacy? Noah fucking Dolores. They decide to put lip stain on my lips while I'm asleep.
but Peyton thought it was lipstick. In her defense, Peyton thought it was lipstick.
Well,
it
it
was
stained
Noah's.
my lips, and it pretty much burnt them off.
Oh my God.
Like, I don't remember how long it took my lips to heal, but that weekend, like, my lips were
Purple.
I mean, they were purple.
Oh my God.
Like, and oh, they started to like bubble up. Like, it was bad. Like, literally, like, it was it felt like a chemical burn. So I wasn't happy with Mamaw at that point.
Well, that's understandable. That would suck. That'd be horrible.
But you should have been more upset with the other lady who gave her the lip stain instead of the lipstick.
True. I mean, either way, they were both.
I mean, dude, I was also in on that idea, but had I known that a lip stain was being used, you can guarantee that your homosexual life partner would have intervened and saved your ass from that. I'd have been like, nah, you need to use lipstick. Don't put fucking lip stain on him because that will not come off.
I mean, that does sound like some bougie Noah thing.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking lip stain. So yeah, we are currently. I gotta hit refresh. We are currently 81% funded. And, you know, if we would have had it to where, if, you know, this was kind of it wasn't like a last minute thing, but it wasn't like a planned out thing. Yeah, I guess we should have been dancing for dollars. But Andrew wasn't available, and Andrew's that guy. He's the tech. He knows about these things. So,
He really is probably one of the most tech savvy people I've ever met.
so yeah, but thank you. So yeah, what should we talk about next? Does anybody have any questions or topics that we should talk about? What will help you give us more money?
About 2 hours ago, we said we were going to start diving into all the projects that we were working on.
Well,
this
it's
year.
only fitting we're streaming from H&H.
You what? What about H&H?
I said it's only fitting because we're streaming from the H&H page, and it takes you forever to get into the actual reviews.
Oh yeah, that is true. It's all we gotta lay the foundation for the show, set the tone for the show. I mean, the tone's always the same. It's a shit show.
Yeah, well, yeah, but you interact with like every single fucking comment, which is amazing.
And that's why
Like,
it takes so long to get to the reviews, because of that reason exactly.
but that's the thing, though, is that I don't think anybody that watches that show gives a shit that it takes that long to get to their views, because everybody's involved, everybody's having fun. Like, It's
And that's,
awesome.
that's the thing. I don't even think anybody really gives a shit about the reviews, to be completely honest. Nobody cares. They're just there to listen to me say dumb shit.
Dress up like a
Stephen
hot
Gray
dog.
says, Stephen says, who signs the posters from the campaign? Well, the Free Perks Friday one from yesterday, we're going to do our best to have everybody sign them. Chris Borowski might not sign those. But as far as everybody else, we're all fairly local-ish. So
I don't know if you even have the posters or not, but I plan on coming up to your place next weekend to play around with the new Ronin and stuff. Oh, Ryan, you know you're going to see me.
yeah, because I'm not gonna lie, it's killing me. This new Ronin has been just sitting here for like 2 weeks, and I'm like, I want to play with you, but I don't fully understand you, and I don't want to fuck anything up.
I wanted to come this weekend, but with all the snow that we've gotten and shit, I don't know how bad the roads are up there, and I don't know. It was just really hard for me to get motivated to go out into the snow and shit. But next weekend, I think it's supposed to warm up this week, and everything's supposed to melt. So I'll definitely come up next weekend.
I was gonna say I can loan you Patches and Brody in a sled.
Yeah, there we go. Little Brody, best dog in the world there. With his gimp leg. I love that dog.
Let's say, where is that fat ass at? Check it out. There he is.
Brody, you've got headphones on. I don't know why I did that.
He's just chilling out on Daddy's clothes.
When I stayed the night down there that one time, like the dog was like sleeping in the same room as me and was just kind of like looking at me like, are you gonna be cool with me sleeping on the bed?
Did he sleep in the bed with you, TJ, or no?
I can't remember. I don't know. I don't know. He might have at one point. Like I know there was one time. I was sleeping during the day because that's what I do. And I think at one point he jumped up in bed with me. Little feller.
He's a snuggler. He's a fucking radiator, man.
Yeah.
I never have to worry about getting cold at night. Jesus.
Somebody on YouTube just asked, "What's the code?"
Yeah,
I don't know what that's about. So I put IDKFA, IDDQD.
I think that might be because I couldn't figure out because I still had it up to where because we're streaming on the H&H page. I still had it up to where it says that we're streaming Phasmophobia, but I couldn't figure out how to. It wouldn't let me delete it.
Yeah.
So I think that's what it is. He's asking what the Phasmo code is.
Well, that's the Doom code for OG Doom for unlimited ammo and unlimited lives.
IDKFA and IDDQD.
Yes.
Really? How do you remember that shit? I don't remember any code.
That was like the first trick I ever learned. I mean, we're talking like that was Windows 95, homie. Like,
I remember playing Doom back in the day. I mean, I'm sure I probably had a similar setup, but I just don't remember any of the codes. I mean, my memory is fucking horrible.
So yeah, no more. Anybody have questions, or guys, what should we talk about? I mean, I'm down to even just play the movie game.
that was pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie. You know, the fundraiser for Concept and everything is to assist with, putting out content. And I think it's we're mostly kind of aiming towards like YouTube content, and things of that nature to try and get, more views on YouTube and more content for people to enjoy. Oh, good night, Stephen. But I think the big thing is, and I talked about this to Shawn earlier today, of just like trying to run through my brain about like some short videos, 5, 10, 15-minute long videos and content to basically give everybody to enjoy and to watch. And I think that the biggest hurdle for me personally is just lack of the equipment and stuff. But talking to Shawn is like, no man, iPhone that shit. And so I think with that, I'm really excited to finally get on a path to like getting smaller little things onto YouTube that people can see and enjoy and kind of follow and watch how that progresses as we go along, especially throughout this year, because we have a lot lined up for this year. And one of the things that I had been wanting to do that I've talked to Shawn about several times was an idea that I had about potentially doing like a web series or doing a short series on YouTube. And it was called Rock, Paper, Scissors. And it was literally, now that Deadpool has come out, it's very much closer to Deadpool and like that style of humor, just the rough, gruff humor that is inappropriate and hilarious. But it was basically just the ideas about these three dudes that work at a call center, like a fucking just a normal everyday call center that just get bored with life. And it's just like, you know what? You guys just want to be like assassins? And they literally just start taking on these assassination jobs. It's just these three call center guys doing it and the hilarity that ensues. And I talked to Shawn. I'd actually done like a comic book there for a little while about it. And when he was talking about, this YouTube and doing the fundraiser to try and kind of set up for future content on YouTube and other things, I was like, dude, that's a perfect avenue to do this idea, to just do like short 5-10 minute little segments, almost like issues or something. And ironically that you guys were giving Mike so much shit, I actually approached Mike about one of the characters, one of the three characters in it. But it's just this like hilarious mix of humor and violence and action. So that was one of the ideas that I had that was actually directly tied to kind of this campaign personally for me. I mean, I don't know what you guys kind of were thinking about what we could put up there.
It would be cool to do some sort of like webisode type thing like that. Like every week release like a new 10 or 15 minute webisode of something crazy like that. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah. What about you, Ryan? Do you have any plans about content we could put on YouTube?
That's all I'm doing this year, man. That's what She Burns in Hell is.
Well, I knew that was obviously behind you.
That's all we can. That's all I can do with it, truthfully, is put it out on YouTube. So, chapter 2 and eventually chapter 3, because we announced recently that we're doing 2 more chapters. Those will launch on YouTube. So, the first one has performed pretty well on YouTube. I'm very excited to see where the sequel takes it, but that's what I'm doing this year, is supporting and helping Shawn here at the house, getting things through pre-production, working on my little adventures with Carrie, and then trying to always continue working on Starlets. Have Shelly just constantly designing and purchasing fabrics for Starlets so we can eventually one day keep that going. Or get that going, I should say.
What about you, TJ? You got any plans or ideas that you want to put up on the YouTube channel?
Hold on, sorry, I was responding to Andrew. What now? Sorry.
I was asking, do you have any plans or ideas or of content or something that you're going to want to put on the channel to kind of boost the content?
I've got a few. I've got a couple ideas that I've been kicking around in my mind, but for the most part, mainly I've been trying to focus on the thing. So
When are you going to let people know about you hosting the Nedden game?
Damn it. God damn it. You'll be the first to know, Ryan.
Fuck, I hope I'm a contestant.
If you want to be a contestant, we'll get Shawn.
Yes. I'll totally come on there. Phrasing.
The Nedden game. God.
Hey, at least my references are good. Okay.
I'll give you that.
You know what I mean? Did you get that case of Fago we sent you?
No, I never did.
Purple. Sorry.
That was the sweetest answer. No, I never did.
We have people asking what this is the topic. We don't know. Yeah, I'm trying to see all the comments, unfortunately, and I can't because I feel I missed some on Facebook.
We were talking just about what we were contributing to the YouTube channel. TJ had just announced that he was hosting a new updated version of the Nedden game, which I'm very excited for. Apparently, I'm going to be the first contestant.
Can we like do the green screen, like make it like 70s, like The Price is Right, and get you the big long microphone?
We'll go all out, man. We'll get the long Bob Barker microphone and everything. Yeah, we'll go all out.
It needs to be the dating show, though, not The Price is Right. The dating game is what it needs to be.
Yeah, that is. Or what was that? Love Connection? There we go. Love Connection. A lot of Love Connection background.
I forgot what I was watching the other day. It might have been during the Night Stalker documentary thing they did, but
wasn't Richard Ramirez a contestant on Love Connection?
No. It was a different character. It was a different killer.
Yeah, it was a serial killer that was on, I think it was the Love Connection or whatever, like, and he ended up winning, and the lady was like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna get a date with you because you're fucking creepy. And then come to find out he was a fucking murderer.
That's crazy, man. It's funny you bring that up because I've been like, for I don't know, probably the last couple of days, I've been hardcore into like true crime shit. Like hardcore.
They've got that new one, like what is it, Hotel Cecil or the Cecil Hotel or whatever.
Yeah. Caitlin actually watched that when we were in Gatlinburg last week.
I was thinking about watching that either tonight or tomorrow because I was like, oh, they made this look creepy AF. I gotta watch this. Oh, motherfucker Jones is messaging me. He says he's watching. He says he's watching this live video, and there's some David Cross looking dude on here.
I can see that.
Apparently, so can he. So,
so can the whole internet. Hey, Cubby. Hey, Miss Jones. Cubby. I know she back there. I know she in there. So yeah, we are 81% funded on the campaign. If you can, go check it out. There are all kinds of good perks there. I'm really a big fan of, and I'm gonna show it off in just a second as soon as I post this link. But the Concept Media Complete Blu-ray Collection.
Ooh.
Tell them what they've won, Shawn.
This bad boy, I love it. I love it. I do. I love it. It is 9 Blu-ray discs. It is 27 films, 15 feature films, 12 short films. This is amazing. This is amazing. This is like the complete first 10 years of Concept Media.
I think Donnie needs that.
I think everybody needs this because I done made them all already.
The next person who contributes $150 to the campaign will get one with a copy of Shawn's nudes.
I
Wait,
don't have
you get
nudes.
copies?
You have
Wait.
nudes.
Wait, we
I
got
do
copies
have
of-
nudes.
Dude, I'm pretty sure I've got a nude of you that my mom saw. So
Well, but that was just my nuts.
The first time I think it was the first time I met Shawn like in person. It was at Shy's house. I think it was during you already know what I'm gonna say. I think we were doing Scream for Summer and we were all back at your house.
and I'm
You
pretty
see-
sure there's still a flesh stain on the window.
on the window. That was the first time I ever met Shawn. And but like within, I don't know, probably the first hour or so of meeting him, I saw Shawn's nuts.
Yep.
It changed
Like
my
I came up to the window because I was the only one out there smoking, and I was like, the brain. So I just held him up to the window, and then I realized that there was a girl in there. So I was like, I'm putting these away.
Oh man, better holster these things.
Right.
Wait, who was in there? Was it Sherry?
It was Mary.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, it took me a second. I was like, wait, Andrew's wife?
No.
And then I was like, oh, wait, no, the other Mary. Scream for Summer Mary.
But I
Gotcha.
bet you she would have, I bet you Mary would have had a great reaction.
She probably would have. She would have.
You guys make me out to sound like some sexual deviant.
I mean, you take your nuts out a lot, apparently.
I can think of twice. Anyways, moving on before we get banned from YouTube. Yeah.
Motherfucker Jones said, Ryan, ... Damn you.
Why?
Because of Cubby Jones. Okay, he's on YouTube.
Yeah.
I was like, where are you seeing this?
Listen,
Yeah,
Cubby,
I got them both pulled up.
you shouldn't have asked me what your gay identifier would be because you are totally a cub. You are you are a solid, burly, hairy ass man from Kentucky. And next to Shawn, you look like the boo-boo to his Yogi. So you are Cubby Jones.
Because I'm a burr.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan, just so you know, it should be here next week. I totally ordered me a Dan Connor Chicago's Bears jersey. That way I can just walk around wearing it like, hey, I'm a bear.
Are you trying to help people think that you're actually a homosexual with me?
Does that mean so
many people think that anyways, to where I'm just like,
does that mean we can buy like a Chicago Cubs jersey for Jones?
And put 1/2 on it? Or like 0.5?
Jones found that funny.
You guys are so mean to that sweet little Cubby.
What? What?
I tried.
It's like a little miniature Vince McMahon running around. The fuck you talking about?
Oh my god.
Seriously, you ever seen the Vince McMahon swagger? That's how fucking Tory Jones walks into a goddamn room. I got so many stories of Jones, like him standing at his doorway when somebody would show up, and he's literally bowed up, squaring up. This little 3'2" dude, like just bowed up, ready to fucking fight somebody. He does no idea who they are, about to come up to his door, and I'm like, what the fuck are you about to do? He's like a little hairy Wolverine.
Jones says, dear God, this has went to a dark place. Yes.
Wow. I was complimenting Cubby
He knows I'm his favorite subscriber on his OnlyFans.
You're his only subscriber on his OnlyFans?
Uh-huh.
Pretty sure they call that stalking, Ryan.
I'm pretty sure that yeah, probably. Oh
Whoa.
no, guys. I'm losing battery.
Well, plug in.
Then I'm gonna have real bad feedback, Shawn. Like the noise from your out there is carrying in here real bad.
You can't plug into. Oh, because I keep forgetting you've got the one iPhone.
The what? What?
He's got the way his microphone plugs into his phone
Through my
via
head.
the charging port.
Oh, okay. He's got the. Okay, I gotcha. You guys and your iPhones.
I mean, one day you'll see the light. It's okay.
I used to have an iPhone, man. I didn't really like it that much.
I mean,
You weren't using it right.
It was a long time ago. It was like the iPhone 4. So I mean, I know that I know that they've gotten significantly better since then, but I don't know.
a bit.
I know this is slightly off topic, but since Jones is watching, I have to ask this to Jones, like his reaction to the Godzilla versus King Kong trailer drop.
Oh, he said he hated it.
What?
I feel like
Oh,
it looks
yeah.
awesome. I think it looks awesome as hell.
He was
Like,
like,
yeah,
why
it
wasn't
does.
Baby Godzilla in it?
What?
I
I'm
said
just
that.
making shit up.
I said that.
What was Baby Godzilla's name?
Godzuki.
Godzuki. Or Milla. There was two different names. One was Godzuki, which was from and then they renamed it for like the Heisei series, and it was like Manila or Milla or some shit like that. I'm a Godzilla nerd. It's okay.
To the 4 people watching, dear God, ask questions.
Yeah, because we will fucking ramble.
I don't know lots about Godzilla other than I love the fact that everybody hates the fact that I really dug the Matthew Broderick one.
Dude, I fucking love the Matthew Broderick Godzilla. That was one of my favorite movies growing up.
But see, that's like a very shameful thing to say around Godzilla people.
I mean, I'm in the same boat you are. I don't know a whole shitload about Godzilla. I know that Matthew Broderick was in one, and I know that I liked the first one with Bryan Cranston in it. That's really about the extent of my knowledge when it comes to Godzilla.
Yeah,
Shy's over there cringing like, oh, you motherfuckers.
I wasn't really into the second Godzilla.
So that brings up a good point. We were talking about when Steven asked about like script and dialogue and stuff like that. Whenever people bitch about a slow burn or too much story or too much dialogue and shit like that, Godzilla King of the Monsters is what you get when you take that away. So if you take the storytelling and the character building and the dialogue out, you get King of Monsters, which was a god-awful shit show of a story. Like, it literally, the only purpose of that film was to watch 2 giant fucking monsters fight. Or actually, it was like 4 different monsters, but still, like, and that's cool. But the human aspect and story of that was so trash because they only focused on the monsters. Because people bitched about Godzilla, the Cranston one, being too much story involved. You don't get to see Godzilla enough. He's only in it for 5 minutes. And then everybody bitched about the second one, saying, oh my God, it's fucking terrible. Like, there's no story to it. It's terrible story, blah, blah, blah. So please, God, ask us some questions.
Jones says, I'm stoked for it. Hoping stuff gets back to normal. Pumped for Candyman, Halloween Kills. Imagine that. Scream, Antlers. Which upcoming horror movies are you 4 most excited for? Who asked that? Cubby.
Yeah.
Before we do get into that, I do want to say Blaze said on Twitch that her boyfriend Travis got super excited when you guys mentioned Godzuki.
I want okay, from my childhood, like my grandpa never like showed me the Godzilla films, but I remember Godzuki, seeing whatever films those were, and well, and the cartoon, and that's all Godzilla wasn't like this. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say this publicly, but people are gonna probably come at me with pitchforks. Godzilla is just a fucking dinosaur to me. Like it's not like as far as like super creative type monsters and shit that they had back then that they could have done but didn't. Like it was like, okay, so it's a big dinosaur that's sometimes nuclear, sometimes not.
Okay, your biggest fucking problem is that you haven't seen Gojira. Okay. You need to sit your ass down and watch some goddamn Gojira 1954. Watch that fucking film and you'll understand he's not a goddamn dinosaur. Like, it's a haunting fucking film, especially the Japanese version. It's all about fucking... Even Jones is saying, oh my God, right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, you don't understand, dude. Like, Gojira fucking hit me in the heart. Like, that shit is darker as fuck. You can sit there and say, like, Godzilla films, the old ones are silly, goofy, and they are. But if you look at the original 1954 that came out, dude, that movie is fucking haunting, because there's a scene in it when he fucking attacks and it starts snowing on everybody, and then you finally realize it's not snow, it's the fucking ashes of Japan and Tokyo and all that shit raining down on people, like they're watching their fucking families rain down on them. And then immediately the film director was like, that was what it was like for people during the nuke drops in like Iwo Jima and shit like that. And Iwo Jima, it was Nagasaki and shit. And I'm getting mixed up on my places that got nuked. What?
I totally agree. King Kong's better. Cheyenne just stopped.
He's about to flip a table.
Like, I think he was about to flip a table. Like,
I was just kidding. I don't want to upset him. Like, I'm just playing.
Ryan's joking, but he's not.
But no, but that's the thing though, is it like you make fun of it because you didn't grow up with it, dude. I remember watching the original Gojira when I was like in second grade. Like, it was introduced to me by my grandfather, who was in World War II. Like, he was stationed in Hawaii. So like, and he would always make like these horrendously like racist comments about, because he was in the war, so of course he had some feelings towards stuff, and he was like, oh, watch this, and I would watch it, and like while he's sitting there like I'm like, wow, this is awesome, actually. And then when you watch it as an adult and you see what they were going for, and you hear that haunting sound of like all the Japanese children singing this lullaby as it's showing all these dead, burnt bodies and like radiation poisoned people, dude, it's a dark fucking film and it's beautiful. And then it got silly and stuff. As far as what Jones is saying though about like what movies looking forward to, probably Godzilla versus Kong, and second would probably be Snyder Cut. So
he goes, y'all don't forget my actual question.
Yeah.
And just to touch subject on Godzilla, I really think Godzilla, especially for our age range of people, it's being shown that at a young age, because it's like I wasn't exposed to that, so it's like I was exposed to the universal monsters and like King Kong and whatnot, so it's like I can gravitate those and I can banter back and forth with you all day.
That's what's so funny though. You and me come from two separate, completely separate ends of the spectrum because I wasn't introduced to a Universal as a child. Like I didn't watch any Universal films as a child, but all I did watch was King Kong, Godzilla, and like all those type films. I didn't even watch. I think Wolfman was my first Universal monster film I ever watched, and I watched it when I was like 18, 19 years old. And then it was Dracula, Frankenstein, The Mummy, and then I've stopped. I've never actually seen Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Really?
That's all right. We'll fix you.
I've never seen. Andrew says, "I hope Godzilla versus Kong will have a Godzilla tail slide."
Okay.
I don't know anything about God.
Justin Bishop. Holy cow! It has been 10 years, dude. Gorgia is all about that drop kick.
Yes. Okay. The goddamn drop kick. I know.
My whole thing is.
There's a movie where Godzilla drop kicks somebody, and it's literally just this model or person in a suit literally laid out completely flat, flying through the air like that with its feet aiming towards the other monster. It's bad.
I do look forward to seeing that movie. Like, I really do. Even though there isn't going to be a winner.
Are you talking about Godzilla vs. Kong still? Is that the movie you're talking about?
Well, the
Even
Godzilla's.
though I'm not a huge. Go on, Shy.
I was just gonna say it's not Godzilla he's fighting in the movie, but that's Mecha Godzilla. Like it's pretty much already been established. That's not really Godzilla he's fighting.
See, I just go based off of the trailer. Like I don't know anything about. I mean, I have a general idea of what Mecha Godzilla is. Isn't that like the robotic version of Godzilla or something? But I mean, I didn't know that. I didn't pick that up from the trailer just because I'm not as familiar with it as you are. But I'm excited for Godzilla versus Kong. I really liked the first one. The first Godzilla, I really liked it a lot. I liked it more than I thought that I would, to be honest, because I mean, I was never, same as Shawn, I was never introduced to Godzilla or anything like that when I was a kid. I never really watched those movies. So I mean, I can't really, as an adult, it's hard for me as an adult to sit down and be like, man, I want to watch some old school Godzilla. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just hard for me to do that. But watching the first Godzilla that came out a couple years ago, I really liked that one a lot more than I thought I would. And seeing the trailer for is Godzilla vs. Kong or Kong vs. Godzilla, whatever it is. Seeing the trailer for that, I'm excited for that because I really loved Skull Island. I thought Skull Island was fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, it was. I actually rewatched that the other day. I'd only seen it like twice, so I had to kind of catch up on it to get prepared for Godzilla versus Kong.
To be honest, even for as campy as it was, I even liked the Adrian Brody King Kong movie that came out a long time ago.
Yeah, the Peter Jackson one, that's the one you're talking about. Like,
yeah, Peter Jackson.
And that's the thing, I don't have anything against Kong films. But again, I didn't grow up with Kong. Specifically, it was more Godzilla and stuff. I mean, we were kaiju fans, so growing up.
I didn't know what a fucking kaiju was until Pacific Rim.
But to be fair, most people didn't, unless you were from Japan. Like most Americans didn't use that terminology until Pacific Rim came out. And it's actually, if you want me to get totally nerdy on you, they're technically considered daikaiju, which means large monster. So just saying.
I was sitting here thinking, like, as you guys were just talking, yeah, like the closest Godzilla that came out to an age to where I would have been even a young teen was the Matthew Broderick Godzilla and then Godzilla 2000.
Yeah, I would say as far as Godzilla goes, I think it's pretty safe to say that the Matthew Broderick Godzilla was probably my first real introduction to Godzilla. And I mean, I was remember it came out in what, like 99 or something. I mean, I was a teenager then.
So wait, so you guys didn't watch Godzilla 85? Because that was very heavily aimed towards America. Like they had American releases for that. That was kind of like their rebirth of the Godzilla franchise for America in a sense. So like Godzilla 1985 was very much Japan's way of saying, "Hey, America, we're redoing this again. Could you support it?
Don't forget about our dinosaur."
Yeah. That was also the same time they did which I completely forgot about this, by the way, Shawn. Happy moment for me. I remember growing up with, as a kid, King Kong Lives, and I forgot Linda Hamilton is in that.
Yeah, she shows her boobies.
She shows her boobies, and it says Ryan from across the room.
Yeah. I was very, very happy with Linda Hamilton being in it.
So, okay, to the question, what movies are you guys looking forward to coming out this year? Ryan says Halloween Kills.
I mean, obviously,
well, Scream doesn't come out this year, does it?
Obviously, there's the big ones for me, like Halloween. I'm super excited for that one to finally come out. But personally, I'm fucking stoked. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but I love like demony and possession-y type movies, and I love the Conjuring series. I'm super stoked for Conjuring 3. I cannot wait for that movie to come out.
Yeah, I didn't know it came out this year.
Yeah, it comes out in June or July, I think. And the cool thing is, like HBO Max or whatever, they're doing this thing where any Warner Brothers release automatically gets a 30-day release or something on HBO Max.
Yep.
When Conjuring 3 comes out, I don't have HBO Max, but I've been thinking about getting it, but because of that, when Conjuring comes out, like it's already going to have an HBO Max release, I'm probably going to get HBO Max specifically for Conjuring 3.
It's got we have HBO Max. It's got a lot of fucking great titles.
Yeah, I know.
Like it really does. And it has every animated Batman series on there and movie.
See, I don't know, I've really been kicking the idea around in my head for probably the last week or so of just biting the bullet and getting it finally, because Richard has it, and I mean I've gone through his and like saw all the different stuff that's on it. Plus there are shows on there that I haven't got to watch yet that I've always really wanted to watch, like The Wire and shit like that. I mean, I watched Game of Thrones back when it was on, but like The Wire and I know there's a couple other ones on there that I really want to watch too, but I don't know. I'm really thinking about getting HBO Max.
Honestly, like as far as the subscription based things, I don't know how much HBO Max is because, well, luckily
like
it comes with our cell phone plan.
Yeah.
So,
what's Antlers?
But it's way more worth it than like Shudder.
Yeah. What's Antlers? He keeps mentioning Antlers.
Antlers was like I don't know what it is. It's either a demon or something. They released a trailer for this damn near 2 years ago, and it just keeps lingering, or the release is pushed. It looks like an amazing movie. Imagine the movie. Do you guys remember Mama?
Yeah.
It's like some little girls got lost and they were living in a house with a ghost.
Yeah.
Take that. It's a little kid that's like living on his own, and I believe from watching it, his father or mother has turned into this thing that's like some like just fucking thing composed of like roadkill or something, and he has to feed it. But then it gets out and there's like attacks. It looks brutal as shit.
I saw something the other day that I was interested in. It was a trailer for Psycho Gorman or something like that. I was like,
oh my God.
That movie looks hilarious.
But what kills me It's called Psycho Gorman. And what kills me is that it's from the people who made The Void. Now, The Void was a very fucking, fuck. Like, I will say, like, there were points to it that scared me.
I'm pretty sure I've seen The Void. Is that the one where it was like, didn't some of it take place in like a hospital or something? There was that Illuminati triangle thing. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So the people who made the Psycho Gorman made that, where I'm like, wow, that's like Hitchcock making Psycho and then saying, I'm going to make a film called Don't Fuck in the Woods.
Gotcha.
It just, the scales are uneven here.
Yeah.
I think it's tonal though. I think he's just whoever's making him is going for a tone, because The Void looked very 80s and neon colors and shit. I haven't watched it yet, but it looked very neon and 80s, love letter to the 80s almost. And then when you watch Psycho Gorman, there's a lot of fucking neon colors going on it.
I mean, I can totally understand why doing Psycho Gorman, because I mean, especially it's got kids in it. It's technically, I don't remember the rating. I really don't, but like it kind of bridges a gap between like kids horror movies and horror movies, because it does look gory as hell, and it looks like it would have been fun as shit to make. So like I can see the marketing and the appeal to it for sure. Just I wouldn't say that that's what I would have expected as this is what I'm going to do after The Void.
Also excited about the Batman. I'll admit it.
Very excited about the Batman.
The Robert Pattinson one. I'm actually pretty kind of excited for it too. I didn't really have, my expectations weren't really super high when they said Robert Pattinson is going to be Batman, but I don't know, man. After seeing like the little snippets and little teasers and stuff that they've been dropping,
I've been behind Robert Pattinson for a while, because like I really wanted him and Kristen Stewart get out from underneath this fucking Twilight shadow that they were in, and I felt the same way about.
Not to cut you off, but I feel like Kristen Stewart is well on her way of doing that. Like she was great in Underwater. I think I really liked her in that. She's. I didn't really care for her. I mean, I would never got into Twilight. I never really cared for Kristen Stewart all that much, because I mean, it was kind of, Kristen Stewart to me was just kind of a joke. I mean, like, oh, Twilight, oh, Kristen Stewart, but seeing her kind of branch out a little bit and do other things now, I'm actually really kind of starting to like her a lot.
Well, that's the thing. Like, she was in Into the Wild. I fucking love that movie. She was in Underwater. I ended up like buying that as soon as I could, because I was like, holy shit. Well, I better not say that. It might ruin it for people. It's an underwater monster movie with Kristen Stewart. I was like, hell yeah. And then American Ultra. I actually liked American Ultra. That was a pretty fun film. So with Robert Pattinson, I was the same way. I was like, dude, I know he's got more to him than fucking Twilight. And he did a movie about 9/11. Remember Me. Dude, that movie was fucking powerful. That was a damn good fucking film, and he really got to like stretch his acting skills. I was like, dude, that's amazing. And then I'd seen he was playing some like redneck dude in another film. I didn't get to see that. And then I watched The Lighthouse and I was like, holy fuck, this dude is for real. And then I heard that he was Batman, and I was like, fuck yes, that's awesome. And then they released that trailer, and goddamn, when that fucking gang member's like, who are you? And he just starts beating the ever living shit out of the guy. And he's like, I'm vengeance. I was just like, oh, nerd nut.
Richard says it's a darker Batman than everyone's used to, and that's why he's excited for it. It does look very dark.
I had a joke to make because Cheyenne said he's fully behind Robert Pattinson.
Well, I'd sleep with him. Fuck you.
Oh man.
I'm not gay, but I'd fuck him. Just the same.
I don't know what film I'm looking forward to this year. I'm one of those people that every Tuesday I'm looking on Vudu to see what new releases come out. But it's like since COVID, everything is just shit. Everything is some like bullshit wannabe Lifetime fucking style made movie.
Calm down, Pruitt.
No, it kills me. Like, we can't even get good shitty horror anymore. What's the world coming to? Like, so I'm definitely looking forward to the Batman. And fuck, what was that movie called? No, because I don't know if I'm actually looking forward to Halloween. You know me, I'm always on the fence a little bit.
You are a unique and delicate snowflake, so
I'm not a snowflake.
You're unique and delicate, sweetheart. You got it.
I will say I did just watch a good movie the other night called Let Him Go. That was some good shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Which I bought that, so that's on our Vudu.
Was that like the prequel to Man of Steel?
No, it was not the prequel to Man of Steel. But it's yeah, that and the Snyder Cut. I am looking forward to the Snyder Cut. Every time they come out with some sort of new fucking images or something, I'm like, okay, so you're telling me that they for sure have to be in the Flashpoint paradox, because none of this shit with desert style commando Batman happened in Justice League. So I'm cool with that.
No. Isn't Snyder Cut? Didn't he say it's going to be like 5 hours long or something?
4.
4 hours.
4 hours.
Yeah.
And they redesigned Steppenwolf, so he actually looks like Steppenwolf from Batman BVS or Batman versus Superman. So
I am looking forward to that one.
And we actually get to see the battle with the gods.
Oh yeah, and the battle with the gods that was like so short in the beginning of the film, we'll get to see like a full version of that.
I think they're just going to put more Green Lantern and stuff like that, more fan service.
Or Lantern Corps.
Yeah. Because doesn't HBO get that?
What?
Aren't they the ones doing the Lantern Corps?
Sure, grab him.
Wording.
The people, give us your money, and we will give you things in return. I'm gonna post links everywhere because for some reason Rob's busy tonight.
Yeah, I'll probably actually need to jump off here because I'm gonna have to wake up and entertain the child in the morning.
It did just kind of hit me that it's like almost 12:30. Didn't really notice that. Because even though we started at 9, I feel like it took us like 20 minutes to figure out how to actually be able to stream this everywhere.
Yeah.
But as G.I. Joe says, now you know, and knowing's half the battle.
That's right.
Which is not true at all.
Well, gentlemen, it's been fun. Everybody, please, for watching or see this later, please donate to the 10-year anniversary for Concept Media. We have a lot of big plans coming. Shawn, we at 81% right now.
Yes.
81%. We're only 19% away, which is awesome. And I feel like I can speak for everyone. I say thank you so very much for all that have donated. I believe Shawn said this will be is this our last Free Perks Friday?
Yes, this coming Friday will be our final Free Perks Friday.
And you have some pretty big things planned out for that?
They're coming. Ryan goes nudes.
So everybody, please be a part of this history making moment, and hopefully we'll have a 20-year one where it'll be even bigger and better. Please make sure to try and give to check out a lot of the films that we've talked about tonight that were from Concept Media. Check out Ryan Stacy, She's Burned Hell on YouTube. Check out The Sleeping Soul. If you get the Blu-ray collection, you can get all of that. Isn't that right, Shawn?
That is completely right.
So once again, thank you all so very much. I love you guys. Thank you for letting me crash your little soiree. And I will talk to you all later, okay?
Get some sleep.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Shy.
Bye.
What
Bye,
I heard
Michael Berry, man.
for 20 minutes. No, I'm just kidding.
Ryan heard what I said. I was like, bye, Michael Berry, man. Just to be a dick. So yeah, I guess we can wrap this up.
Yep.
Because Ryan's phone is charging and I need to make sure to cancel this Zoom. Yeah. Cancel plan. Your subscription is paid until then. Cool.
You had to pay for Zoom?
To be able to listen, okay? Yeah, because I'm not Andrew. All the tutorials that were showing me how basically you had to pay for Zoom to be able to share the actual stream to Facebook without having to go through OBS or one of whatever.
Well, at least we know now for the future how a workaround.
Right.
When Andrew's not available to fix all of our problems.
So yeah, all right. Well,
Blaze,
yeah.
have a good night. Love you guys. Blaze, we love you too. You have a good night as well.
And yeah, we will Jones says, night fellows, looking forward to seeing you all you guys bring looking to see all you guys bring to life in the future. Looking forward to seeing what we bring to life in the future.
Yeah,
Got it.
Seeing all that we bring to I understand what you're saying.
Right. Because that's like I ain't having no more kids. Oh,
come on, Shawn. You don't want about 6 or 7 more?
Listen. 2 preteens and a fucking demon cat and a gecko now. I'm all right. The gecko is the quietest one.
Yeah.
Right now. So, but hell yeah, this has been fun, and we're 81%.
81%.
That is awesome.
10 days left, by the way. We're so close. We're getting there, man. We're so close.
We are, and hopefully, I mean, you know, if we go over, that's not a bad thing, because Indiegogo takes a percentage. Because let's see, loading it up. At the moment, I mean, Indiegogo is going to take about $400
from where it stands now.
Yeah. So it's like, this is the one and only time where we can say more money, less problems.
By the way, before we do go, I do want to say I haven't seen them in person yet, but the collector's cards, those things look awesome as fuck.
They came out really, really nice.
Just
not gonna lie.
Pictures, they look really, really good.
The card collections. which the company that made them made too many. And then I guess they were just like, yeah, we'll send them to them anyways.
Really, that's awesome.
Or whatever's left, because they are kind of odd numbers, but there's plenty of card collections left, because I believe we have sold 12 and I had 100 made.
Mm-hmm.
Just because either with conventions or to coincide with the release of Don't Fuck in the Woods 2, I know we'll get rid of.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think conventions, once people come to the booth, well, whenever conventions come back, hopefully sooner rather than later, but come to the booth and see them like in person. Like I think they'll go quick.
Yeah. Well, hells to the yes.
Like I said, I'm gonna come up next weekend. I'm off Friday and Friday and Saturday, I think. Yeah. So I'll come up next weekend and play around with the Ronin.
Ryan goes, boo.
Nah, fuck him.
He's gonna make some cabbage rolls too.
Dude,
right?
Those were so good. Those were awesome.
He goes, if you want me to, I will. Those were, because he made them a couple weeks ago.
And they were even better.
They were better to the point where it was almost like, man, you need to make more. Like, I think maybe like 2 big batches.
No,
Yeah.
recipe in half.
Oh, did you just cut the recipe in half? Oh. Oh.
No, the first time I just made them too big. You should make it too big.
But yeah,
6 halves of meat.
those were damn good. I'm thinking about them now. But cool. All right. Well, if anything, I will see you, we will see you next weekend.
Yep, definitely. I'll be there.
So thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you for those of you who contributed. Thank you to those of you who shared this information and links. I love doing these chats. I kind of think like, even if we just did a like once a week, like, hey, let's just play the movie game and bullshit.
Yeah.
That'd just be fun.
I'm down. I'm off every Friday and Saturday, so anytime. It sucks because when you guys do them throughout the week and then I'm at work, like it sucks that I can't like be a part of them, because it is fun. It is fun just sitting around and bullshitting with everybody. I miss it.
So yeah, that's I think that's something we need to do.
Yeah, I agree.
Cancel subscription. Oh, I can't cancel this because we're still on Zoom.
Live, yeah.
But all right, man. Well, thanks for coming out and chatting and everything.
Yeah.
And yeah, until next time, people. Have fun, tip your waiters, wear a mask, clean your hands. I started thinking about it the other day and I was like, I bet you 2020 was the cleanest
Oh, absolutely.
year in history. Yeah. And I gotta end with spay and neuter your pets.
That's right. But yeah, I agree. 2020 was definitely probably the cleanest year in history. Like touching doorknobs, I know we're trying to get off here, but touching doorknobs and stuff never bothered me before. But after last year, like I almost refused to touch a doorknob with my bare hands.
I mean, it's one of those things. It's like, I mean, like I carry a little thing of antibacterial hand sanitizer in my pocket. I have one in my car. I have one sitting right here in front of me, even though this is my area.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we've got pumps like just located around the house. I mean, granted, there's 2 little kids that live here that they comprehend what's going on.
Yeah.
but they're still so young to where they're just like, oh, so I shouldn't have picked that up off the floor and eat it.
No, you shouldn't have. What
But
are
it
you,
was
crazy?
under 5 seconds.
In this
Literally,
day and
my
age,
youngest tried to pull that shit on me the other day, and I'm like, coronavirus.
Oh, man. Kids are just gross anyway, though. Kids are gross.
I've had to say to them too many times this year, do you want to die from that?
Oh, God.
Like, because I've had to take it to that extreme because they just, I'm like, Colin, you just got out of school. Why are you picking your nose?
Sanitize first, then pick your nose.
Yeah, kids.
God.
All right, homie. Well, we will see you this weekend.
All right,
Stay
man.
safe.
Bye, Ryan.
And, TJ says bye, Ryan.
Bye. I'll see you this weekend.
Yeah.
And yeah, thank you everybody for coming out, tuning in, listening to us banter. If you want us to do it again, leave some comments on the YouTube stream or the stream on Facebook of this.
Yep.
So